Hello dear student. Today we are going to discuss few more details about this chapter current electricity. So now I am going to discuss. In the last lecture we discussed a resistance temperature relation in conductors. We discussed now how resistance and temperature relation in insulators for insulators resistance and temperature relation for insulators. In the last lecture we discussed resistance and temperature relation for conductors. Resistance and temperature relation for conductors we discussed for the conductors. For conductors we discussed. What we got? Relation for conductors. Resistance is directly proportional to temperature. Similarly, if resistance directly proportional to temperature means resistivity also directly proportional to temperature. Resistivity also directly proportional to temperature. That we discussed in last lecture. Now we are going to discuss resistance and temperature relation for insulators. For insulators. How it will affect. So, mainly resistance inversely proportional to tau, resistance inversely proportional to N. These two parameters will affect the resistance. Okay. So, we'll discuss. So, these two parameters. In insulators, number of freely movable electrons is 0. That means the resistance value is almost all infinity. So observe carefully. Resistance R is equal to ml by tau E square Na. In insulators, freely movable electrons are ml by tau E square. N value is 0. In insulators, N value is 0. Because there is no freely movable electrons. N value 0 means definitely. So anything by 0, this ml by this parameter will become 0. Anything by 0 is infinity. So resistance value is infinity. In insulators. Resistance value is infinity in the insulators. If temperature increases also, resistance value is infinity. And resistivity value also infinity in case of insulators. For insulators, resistance is equal to infinity and resistivity is equal to infinity. Next we will discuss for semiconductors. N value is 0 for insulators. Now we will discuss third case semiconductors. For semiconductors. Resistance is inversely proportional to tau. So mainly resistance will depends upon resistance is mainly depends upon tau and N. Tau means relaxation time, N means free electron density. So now temperature increases means tau value You know already. Temperature increases means tau value decreases. Tau value decreases means resistance is increases. Based upon these note points. If temperature increases means N value increases. N value increases means resistance is decreases. So these two are important note points. Now here resistance will depends upon tau and N, which will plays crucial role, which will plays important role, which will plays negligible role. That is important. Here N will plays an important role and this will plays a negligible role. So tau will plays negligible role. Will plays negligible role. It will plays negligible role. Tau plays negligible role. N plays crucial role. N plays a crucial role in case of semiconductors. In conductors, number of freely movable electrons are very high. For semiconductors, number of freely movable electrons are very less. If temperature increases means N value increases. N value increases means resistance is decreases. Which will plays crucial role here? N plays crucial role. This will plays a crucial role. This will plays less role. That's why we consider this. So, for semiconductors, observe these two relations. What we consider this, we neglect this. So resistance is inversely proportional to temperature. For semiconductors, resistance is inversely proportional to temperature. For semiconductors, resistance is inversely proportional to temperature. So this is about semiconductors. Next materials are alloys. Next is alloys. Next one is alloys. Alloys. Fourth one. Both tau and N will plays equal role in alloys. Equal role in alloys. So, effect of temperature on resistance for alloys is negligible, is very less. So temperature is slightly increases. So for alloys temperature increases, then resistance is slightly increases. Resistance is slightly increases. So that means almost all resistance is constant. Even temperature increases, resistance of alloys is constant. Now I will draw the graphs. So regarding this, next we will draw graphs. So I will write all note points here. Then after that we will draw graph. First, for conductors, for conductors, resistance is directly proportional to temperature. Resistivity is directly proportional to temperature. Directly proportional to temperature. That means graph is, we consider resistance on here, temperature on here, then graph will drawn like this. This is the graph for resistance versus temperature graph for conductors. Next, for semiconductors, resistance is inversely proportional to temperature. Resistivity also inversely proportional to temperature. We consider on y-axis resistance and resistivity. For resistivity also like this only we'll get graph. On y-axis we consider resistance or resistivity. If you draw resistivity graph also same. This is resistivity, this is a temperature, we'll get the graph is the same like this. So for semiconductors, resistance is inversely proportional to temperature. That means if you draw the graph, this is a resistance and this is a temperature, inversely proportional relation. So that means we'll get rectangular hyperbola. You know already inversely proportional means we'll get a rectangular hyperbola. Graph is rectangular hyperbola. A rectangular hyperbola. This is resistance versus temperature. Resistivity versus temperature graph for semiconductors. Same. Resistivity versus temperature also. It is also inversely proportional. That's why it will also inversely proportional. That's why we'll get same graph. So we'll get resistivity also inversely proportional to temperature. That's why we'll get that one also rectangular hyperbola. And resistance and temperature graph is rectangular hyperbola. For semiconductor graph is like this. For conductor graph is like this, and relation is for semiconductors resistance is inversely proportional to temperature. For conductors resistance is directly proportional to temperature. Next we will discuss for alloys. For alloys, how we'll draw graph for alloys. For alloys. For alloys, resistance here, temperature here, it will slightly increases. For alloys like nichrome, constantine, manganese, etc. Okay. So for alloys, this is like here. So almost our resistance is slightly increases. This resistance is slightly increases. That means nearly constant. Resistance is nearly constant if even temperature increases. So for alloys, resistance is almost all constant. Even temperature increases, there is nothing effect on resistance. This is a graph for alloys, and this is overall concept about conductors and semiconductors, alloys. For insulators, resistance is infinity, resistivity is infinity. That is a fourth. Resistance is infinity and resistivity is infinity. These are the graphs. And here most important point is two formulas are very important here. Two formulas are very important. Two formulas are very important. So I'll write the formulas. So one is a relation between R and T. Relation between R and T. Resistance R is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha into delta T. 1 plus alpha into delta T. Resistance R is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha into R and small t. Alpha into delta T, small t. So this is very important formula. Resistance R is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha into delta T. R means resistance. So R means here resistance at T degrees Celsius. R naught means resistance at 0 degrees Celsius. Resistance at 0 degrees Celsius. Alpha means temperature coefficient of resistance. Temperature coefficient of resistance. Temperature coefficient of resistance. Delta T means change in temperature. So if temperature T degree Celsius is given, 0 degree Celsius given, resistance finding formula is this. So resistance finding formula is this. Okay. So delta T means change in temperature. Okay. Next time. Second formula. If temperature T1 is equal to T1 degree Celsius is given, at T1 degree Celsius resistance is R1. At T2 degree Celsius resistance is R2, and coefficient of resistance is temperature coefficient of resistance is alpha. Here in 1 at T degree Celsius resistance is R. Okay, what is the relation here? At 0 degree Celsius resistance is R0 and alpha. At T degree Celsius resistance is R. At 0 degree Celsius resistance is R0 and alpha is given. That time formula is R is equal to R0 into 1 plus alpha into delta T. Here at T1 degree Celsius resistance is R1. At T2 degree Celsius resistance is R2. Then alpha value. Now these formulas are very important to solve numericals. So alpha is equal to alpha. Then here formula is alpha is equal to R2 minus R1 by R1 T2 minus R2 T1. R1 T2 minus R2 T1. R1 T2 minus R2 T1. So this is alpha formula. Alpha is equal to R2 minus R1 by R1 T2 minus R2 T1. They given T1 degree Celsius temperature at T1 degree Celsius temperature resistance is R1. At T2 degree Celsius temperature resistance is R2. And alpha value is R2 minus R1 by R1 T2 minus R2 T1. This alpha value. So this is about so alpha formulas. These two formulas are very, very important. Okay. Next. These two formulas are used to solve numericals. Next. for conductors, alpha value is positive. Alpha value is positive. Since alpha is nothing but what? R2 minus R1 by R1 T2 minus R2 T1. For conductors, alpha value is positive since R2 is greater than R1. R2 is greater than R1. R2 is greater than R1. Next, for semiconductors, alpha value is negative. Alpha value is negative since R2 is less than R1. R2 is less than R1. For alloys, alpha value is 0. Alpha value is 0. Since R2 is equal to R1. So for conductors, alpha value is positive. For semiconductor, alpha value is negative, and for alloys, alpha is equal to 0. So this is about the concept about temperature effect on resistance in conductors, in insulators, in semiconductors, and in alloys. So this is about total session regarding resistance and temperature relation. In further lectures, we are going to discuss few more topics related with this chapter on current electricity, and numericals also we are going to discuss in further lectures. Thank you for watching my lecture. Thank you so much. So please practice regularly. These concepts are very, very important. These formulas are very, very important for the competitive purpose as well as board purpose. All the very best.